Hello, this is XmadXgamer and today we're playing Kerbal space program. So it's a pretty simple game. You build a space program. It can get really complicated, but I'm gonna make it quite simple and just for my first series. I think if I make more than one series, this is just gonna be build a space station, and then in a second one I might go to like the moon and then further and further away. So we're just gonna start a new space program. Let's call it XmadXgamer, and we need a flag. I'm not sure which flag to pick. Maybe someone would be nice enough to make me one. I think you can make one. I'm not really sure how to. We'll just pick satellite because we're building like almost a satellite. So it's pretty simple. You've got your space plane hangar for space planes that can't really go into space unless you have special engines. You got this, which is like an overview of the map, so you can see where like your missions are at this moment, which I don't have any at the moment. I don't know why things are so wobbly. You can see what's up, so EVAs, flags, things like this, bases, and then if you just exit out of here, you've got the launch pad, which if you have a rocket on there it'll be able to launch, and then here is the vehicle assembly building. I'm just going to make a simple ship to start off with that can get us into orbit, just like that, and then I'm going to put on a little tank of fuel and an equal engine like that. That's going to be my spaceship, and then it's quite simple. You just need like a parachute, and that's basically a spaceship. You can use that now. But it's not going to get very far, so on top of this you can put a stack decoupler with a little SAS, which basically just keeps it on course. That's all it does really. Then below this we just put some some fuel with a small engine. And then on the sides of these you can put some radial decouplers, and that means they can decouple separate from the actual ship. So if we just these boosters like so, and then what you need on top of that is something to hold it up steady, so you can use these, which basically just hold it up. It's quite high at the moment, so we're just gonna slide it down a bit. That'll do. And this is basically a spaceship. We could put some more ladders on here, just add a little ladder thing. Oh, don't need to. Just add a little ladder, maybe some small solar panels, just one here. And then these batteries contain like stuff for the lights. That looks stupid though. So you can use these batteries, which are massive and contain a lot more power. And that's pretty much it. That's like a sorted spaceship. You don't really need anything else. You can add stuff. There's all this stuff, and then if you get mods, you can get loads more stuff. There's like tons of stuff you can do. But I'm just gonna name this vessel name first flight. It's gonna be like written down the side, first flight. Save that. Oh, you also need to sort out this is quite important, but I think it's all sorted for me apart from excuse me, apart from this bit. So that's, you need to sort out really, because that's all of the staging. When you press space, that'll set a new stage, so quite an important bit. I'm just going to launch. So from here it's basically quite simple. You just throttle up, which is just shift, throttle it up, and then go to space. It's space to set off straight away. You need to make sure that them at the bottom and these are in the same one, or you also need T for SAS, and later on for the bigger ships you'll use RCS, which is R. And the throttle is quite important on the bigger ships because you use main sails mainly to get up the first section, and they overheat so fast, like overheating now, but they'll overheat and explode, which is why you need to keep the throttle to about this mark, just like here. But for these it doesn't matter, you can just get rid of that and then set off again. And what we're aiming for is 10,000 meters, and then that's when you do your gravity turn, which is where you turn to 90 degrees on your nav ball, and from there you can basically do it all from this map, so it's not too hard. Just waiting for 10,000 meters, and then when you gravity burn, that's when you can start making a maneuver, which I'll go into more, and then you do your orbit. And then once you've done that, if you're just having a test like I am, you can just bring it back down with any fuel you've got left, which is pretty easy. You just burn towards planet Earth, well, planet Kerbin, sorry. Now this is sort of spinning, you can see. You can try and sort this out yourself if you don't want to have to do this, but there's also an SAS module, like a it looks a bit different from this one. It's basically the same, which stops you from spinning, so the nav ball won't spin. But from here we can do all of it, basically. I usually go back into the staging for some of it, but aiming to get this apoapsis to 100,000, sorry, where then we can like go from there and add a maneuver. So you just need to get this up. This is quite easy when you know what you're doing. It took me a few times to figure it all out, but now that I have, it's pretty easy. It's not too difficult. You can also move down to like a lower bit here when you've got about 30,000 meters, which I'm going to do now. Just move to about there, and then this should get gradually faster then. Your ship might get a bit faster, but this is going to grow a lot faster. You can go even lower if you want, but in the past I've experienced like bad bits where I've just gone completely crazy and can't do it, so I just stay here. And when you get to 100,000, just press X, and that like cuts the engines. So I'm going to do that now, just counting up, nearly there. So it's getting quite fast now, so it doesn't take long when you're up in orbit. It's when you go at the moon and stuff that stuff can get complicated, but thankfully we're not doing that. We're doing that next series if I have one. The channel's getting up and running and everything. Like I said, I've nearly got a part in the ship. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me. There we go, we've cut that. From here we add a maneuver by left clicking on the little apoapsis and clicking add maneuver, and then use this to bring out your orbit. You want to get the periapsis and the apoapsis sort of the same. They're not always going to be the same. See, that's just got like humongous now. You do adjustments when you've actually got your orbit. So I'm just going to bring this down a little. Let's bring it up a little more. See, it's not going up anymore, but that one is. So that'll do for now. It's not really important. So we'll just go back into the map real quick and cut this stage, because as you can see, there's not really enough fuel to do the burn that we want. We're just going to get rid of that, and then from there we can maneuver quite fast. And we're just going to go to this little blue marker, which is a maneuver node, and this basically says where you need to be facing when you do your burn, which is down here. This is how much like miles per second we need to be going, and meters per second actually, sorry. And then this is the estimated burn time, but unfortunately it doesn't figure out what time exactly you need to start the burn. So you need to do it roughly half, well I say half, between like half that number, and you should get when you need to start burning. So half of 20 is 10, I'm just going to say 11, and when you get to 11 seconds on the node in T, which is just below the estimated burn, you just need to burn this, and then this should like shoot off. I'm just trying to get this perfect. It's proving difficult. Oh, that's why my SES has gone, so I accidentally put it on the lower module, which can be a problem sometimes. There we go. So that'll do for now. We're just gonna speed up time a little, just get to the 11 seconds and then shoot off into space. So we're there now. I'm just gonna fire it now. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Yeah, if you don't have the SAS, this is going to be a problem for you. because you need to like sort of manually control it, which is kind of difficult. Because when you press the space bar, it sort of kicks out. But the space is when you set off the engine, so I accidentally forgot to do that then. So you're probably going to want to press that before you throttle up, because then it makes it a lot more easy. And then we're coming up to it now. Coming up to it, and then just going to press X now. And if you look in the minimap, yep, we have almost a perfect orbit. It's actually better than what we were going to get, so you know. And then just get rid of this by clicking on it, and there you go. And there we go, we have an orbit around the planet Kerbin. And then just bring out our, I can't even find it. There it is. Extend the solar panels and get some power. And we're going to take Kenski on a little spacewalk out into the expanses of space. It's pretty easy to control him. It's control and shift to go up and down. Let's just have a look around the spaceship. It's all working perfectly fine. It's not hard to do this. It's just getting the hang of it, really. I've pretty much got it now. I'm not sure I could say I can go to the moon quite yet, but I've had a couple of practice, and it is quite easy. Oops. See, this is the difficult bit, getting back on board. But yeah, this little ship just made it into orbit, so it proves that the ships don't have to be big that you want to send into space. So there you go. I'm just gonna put this panel back down. Then we're gonna shoot towards Kerbin. It's pretty easy to get back to Kerbin, actually. You just need to like face the planet and start firing. It's just when you don't have SES that it can get a little bit difficult. But as you can see, I'm just shooting back down. You can pretty much just face the bottom of the nav ball if you want to go down, but if you want to head for like a land mass or something. See, there we go, we're out of power now, but if we go into the map, you can see here there's an intersect point with the planet, so that's where we're going to touch down, which I think is on land, actually. I might be wrong. Let's just find out. Just speed up time. Oh, we can't. Just going to have to wait for it. There we go, we've sped up time now. Yep, here we come down. You can see here the atmosphere. So when you're here, you're pretty much just on the land. So, and then this is us burning, getting back into orbit. When you get to about, I usually pull my parachute about 10,000 meters, but you need to slow down really. It's going to get a bit lower. I'll probably pull it about 5,000 meters. Nope, I'm gonna pull it now. And as you can see, it should just like land nicely. Just speed it up a little bit. It usually, yeah, it levels out like this, and then when you get low enough into the atmosphere, the air will just blow it out, and then we should. Uh oh. Yeah, that sometimes happens. He's dead. Kenski's dead, but we made it back to Kerbin, so that doesn't matter. I'll just send a letter to his family, it'll be fine. So thanks for watching this episode of Kerbal Space Program, guys. I'll be back with another one soon. I'll be starting off my space station. I'm not sure whether to carry on the Prison Architect series. I've got a bit fed up with it now, so I think I'm just going to end that where I finished off. And yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and please rate, comment and subscribe.